So let me just introduce myself. So I'm Dr. Falisa Asberry. Very new for me to say, but that's what I feel like. But anyway, I'm Dr. Asberry, and I'm being joined here today with my friend Melanie. And she and I were just having a conversation about this upcoming event that I am sponsoring and facilitating. We're talking about it. I said it'd be a good idea if we just create a video to kind of explain the event and answer any questions that anybody may have regarding it. So again, I'm Dr. Falisa Asberry. I am the founder and CEO of Peacock Training and Consulting Group. And what I am presenting here through my company is the leadership development program for girls. I am breaking it into two groups. The ages are 11 to 13 and 14 to 17 years old. Now you might ask, and I'm sure Melanie, I think you and I had talked about this. Why are we doing a group for girls? Why are we doing a group for girls? Well, we're doing a group for girls because it's needed. It's needed. There are some things that I have observed in all of my years of working with young people. There's a gap. There's a gap in the learning cycle with schools. And I'm not sure what's going on in the homes, but I just feel like there's a gap that can be filled with this work. What are your thoughts, Mel? Do you think there's a gap too?
I do, absolutely. My area of expertise or my field, I've been in technology for 20 years, and it's a male-dominated industry. And it's not because of a lack of knowledge or awareness or education or aptitude of women. I think it's a lack of exposure. I think it's a lack of perhaps a lack of confidence. I think I feel really good about what you're offering because it creates space for young ladies to be authentic and ask questions and sharpen their saw, if you will, and get the tools that they need and just create some awareness and open their eyes to the limitless possibilities.
Infinite possibilities.
Infinite.
So, yeah. So yes. Absolutely. So what I'm offering here is a summer session that will not be disrupted by what they're doing during the school year. This will give them time to focus on themselves. So the first session is going to really focus on self, everything self. And remember, we have 2 weeks, 2 sessions, two-week sessions is what it is, 3 days each week. The first session, again, session 1, will focus on self-awareness, and everything else self-love, self-care, self-motivation, self-sabotage, self-discipline, self-control, all of those things that are required that requires us to understand ourselves before we can show up as a leader for other people. You have to know who you are. So that's pretty much the first session. And then the second session, which is not a continuation, but its own entity. And we'll focus on concepts around emotional intelligence. I'll give them tools and strategies on how to navigate through the various areas that they navigated those ages. And finally, as we close out that session, we will focus on some goal setting, short-term, long-term SMART goals. And so this is absolutely something that can be foundational for our young women as they move on to a new level of education in their lives. So, and I really wanted to explain this with Melanie because she and I have been working together for some time now. And I think she feels the same passion that I do in developing these young girls into leaders in their communities, leaders in their homes, leaders in the world. So if you see fit, hit us up, schedule a consultation, and let's go from there. If you have a child that is a daughter, I should say, that is 11 to 13, that's one group. And then we have a second group of 14 to 17-year-olds. So Melanie, is there anything that you want to add to this, this dialogue that you would want to share with people who are considering who are considering the program?
Yes, I'm so inspired by the work that you are doing. Just talk through a little bit of how important it is to unlock the potential and unleash the talent that folks have. And it really is about, we've heard this saying, it takes a village, it takes resources, and it isn't about us as parents being able to do it all. It's about being resourceful and setting up posts for your child and resources for your child to help unlock and unleash their inner talents. When you increase your child's territory, when you increase their exposure, it adds to that toolkit. It adds to that toolbox. Whether it's getting your kids out and traveling with them, whether it's exposing them to this type of leadership group and continuing on with these type of leadership groups. I just think it's unmatched, and I'm really excited about the work for these young ladies.
Yeah, me too. It's just so good to see when we can watch the fruits of our labor as they grow and continue on in their lives. I think it's important to provide these foundational things for the ladies so that they are clear moving forward. I wish I could have had these resources when I was 11, 12, 13, even 17 years old when I left home. So I am really excited about this offer. And I would encourage you, if you have a leader in your household or you have somebody who's showing up as with the characteristics of a leader and you want to develop those skills even further, I would encourage you to go to my website, set a call, and let's talk it through to see if it's a good fit for your little lady. Also, this provides a community for your daughters, your nieces, your granddaughters, your little ladies. It provides a community for them to attach to with girls who are like-minded. So again, I am super excited about what's coming up. Starting next week, the 28th is when we will begin this first session. There's an orientation on the 27th, which I will be on a Zoom call, just kind of giving out some of the concepts and the things that the girls will be learning to the parents, and hopefully explaining to the parents how important this is for them to also be involved on the other end of the program. So again, it's the 28th is the date we begin for session 1. Orientation is on the 27th. So go ahead and lock in your spot. Okay. So anything else, Mel?
No, I'm looking forward. This is game-changing, and I make the work that you're doing, and I'm looking forward to the first of May.
Okay. Yep. Thank you so much for coming up here with me, because I just thought maybe this was a good space for us to kind of explain what we're up to. So thanks again, and we shall talk soon.